Teresa Giudice and Joe Giudice appears at Mount Airy Resort Casino for a book signing and meet and greet on March 5, 2016 in Mount Pocono City. Paul Zimmerman, Getty Images All's well that ends well, right? On the first installment of the Real Housewives of New Jersey two-part reunion, the women seem to be even more at each other's throats than when the season ended. And her sister-in-law were still on good terms, but that was about as far as the good news went. Margaret Joseph revealed that her ex-stepchildren were still not speaking to her, even after the episode aired in which she cried about missing them so much. Siggy Flicker and Margaret basically hated each other. Dolores Catania and Siggy both thought was gross. There was still bad blood between Melissa and Siggy over Cakegate, and Siggy calls Margaret's husband Elmer Fudd. "The only genuine thing you've said to me this season is that you were trying to destroy me," Margaret said to Siggy when Andy Cohen asked about the relationship. Siggy didn't deny Margaret's accusation. Instead she shrugged and said something about being Israeli. Though Margaret admitted she felt they had both been to blame, Siggy insisted she never started things between them. For her part, Margaret insisted that when she made comments about Siggy crying all the time, she was ridiculing Siggy's behavior, not her medical condition. Margaret did add, however, that she felt Siggy's tendency to blame her instability on menopause was victimizing. Somehow, this led to a fight about who had a worse foyer, and Siggy screaming at Margaret that her husband had shot a bear like Elmer Fudd. Margaret Josephs and Siggy Flicker on The Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion. Teresa dodges questions about her marriage. Asked about how things would be different when her husband got back from prison, Teresa said, "I guess when he comes home, he has a lot of making up to do. I was hurt and a lot of anger came out." She said that writing about her feelings toward her husband in her book was therapeutic, but dodged a question about whether she would move to Italy with Joe if he were to be deported. "Whatever God has planned for me, that's what will happen," Teresa said. Viewers also learned that Danielle had with her boyfriend in the bathroom at the Gorge's restaurant opening. Dolores and Siggy both thought that was 100% inappropriate and disgusting. Margaret says Siggy is psycho when Andy looped back to the cake that got chucked across a restaurant. Melissa continued to insist that she didn't understand why Siggy was so upset. Siggy said that she owned that she had made a mistake by later calling Melissa out in front of a room full of people. "It was humiliating. I was embarrassed," Melissa said. Margaret then told Siggy she should be on The Real Housewives of Bellevue. Siggy called Margaret thirsty for attention, and Margaret said Siggy was pathetic. Teresa Giudice on The Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion. As the first half of the finale wrapped, Andy revealed that Kim D was coming out. "I guess they let the animal out of the cage," Teresa snapped. As Kim D strolled out, Teresa added, "I thought this was The Real Housewives of New Jersey, not Tales from the Crypt." Andy replied by warning Teresa to stay on the couch. Tell us, do you think Teresa will be able to control herself around Kim D? To get breaking celebrity news, hot pics and more delivered straight to your inbox,